Sometimes I feel that I want to grow, I want to get better. And even though I try to get better, I see that I get better for a little bit and then I fall again. I could try to do something to be more serious about my connection to God, and I do it for a day or so and just falls apart. So why does it even matter to try? 70% of people are suffering from this type of mindset of, does it even matter? Does what I do even matter? And when people, if you want to help them in life, the only way to help them in life, as a rabbi or as a parent or as an influencer, is by helping this person, by making him feel that he matters. Because every single person is walking around with a sign over their neck saying, please show me that I matter. People live their whole lives trying to do big things, trying to build businesses, trying to build families, trying to attain wisdom, trying to make an impression and impact on the world. And for what purpose? For one purpose. The purpose that maybe finally I'll matter. And what's interesting is that as they make a new level of matter, that they say, oh, now I matter, because now I made $1 million, now I bought a nice car, now I have a nice house. So the next thing that happens is that the goalpost of what's considered that they matter is pushed to a higher level. And they try to solve an internal problem of not feeling like they matter with an external solution. And the internal problem is still going to be there. And they're going to keep on being busy trying to do things to feel that they matter. And they're never going to feel that they actually matter just because of something external. The only way you'll feel that you matter is when you realize the following idea that I'm about to say. You see, Hashem knows that in order for us to receive the Torah, He needs to have Parashat Bamidbar before He gives us the Torah, before holiday of Shavuot. In Parashat Bamidbar, we talk about how He counted us, and how Hashem counts us at all times. Why? At every moment, not just in the 10 times that says in Tanakh Hashem counted us, but Hashem is constantly counting us. B'chol shah. When He counts you, it's because He wants to show you that you matter. And only after a person knows he matters, then a person is willing to hear the Torah that's being given in Shavuot. We know that a person, Im Ani Li Mili, every single person has his own test in life. Hashem has His crown. And the way that we can glorify Hashem's crown, each person has a specific stone, precious stone, that only he could add to Hashem's crown. And that stone is a stone of what a person's personal difficulties in life are. When a person has a test in life of watching his eyes, or a person has a test in life of holding back anger, or dealing with ego, or overcoming trauma, or dealing with a difficult spouse, or dealing with people that are being not nice to the person, holding back his tongue, all those things are giving Hashem a special stone in His crown. And only you could do that. Im Ani Li Mili. And in that way, you matter most. It's a much more internal solution to the problem of not feeling like you matter than by trying to do things externally to make sure that you matter. The reason why I'm making this video here in the park of the Sheraton Plaza is because I just took Rabbi Isaac Dweck, back from the Kotel to the hotel here. I want to say that I owe him Hakarat Tov, a specific thank you, because he showed me that I mattered when I was a kid. When I was about 10 years old, I remember that I was alone in the house, my younger siblings. My parents were out at some bar mitzvah or something. And I remember from when I was a little child that I heard some type of loud sound behind my house on 230 Crosby Avenue. And we lived right next to, of course, Rabbi Dweck lived at the time on Holly Terrace Street in Deal. And I called up Mrs. Dweck, Razel Dweck, that I heard these loud sounds and I'm scared. Maybe she also heard this sound like a gunshot or something. And it was at like 9:30 at night. And Mrs. Dweck said, don't worry about it, we'll take care of it, don't worry. Because I couldn't reach my parents, they were at a party, there was no cell phones back then. And then all of a sudden I hear a knock on the door. It's Rabbi Isaac Dweck, who was at the time the chief rabbi of Deal. So he comes into the house and he sits down on one of the sofas in the house and he opens a sefer and he starts to learn. And I went eventually to go upstairs because the rabbi was sitting learning. And then I come down, like say 20 minutes later, and Rabbi Dweck fell asleep on the couch. So since he fell asleep on the couch, I went upstairs and I went to sleep. And then my parents come back from the bar mitzvah and they see Rabbi Dweck sitting on the couch. He's sleeping on the couch in our house. He's just sitting there sleeping. At the time, he's the head of Deal. He's Deal Yeshiva. He's Deal Shul. And he's come for one kid to babysit because nobody else was there and I was scared at night. And he fell asleep. My parents were shocked. Everything okay, Rabbi? He was sitting on the couch. He was watching me to show me that I matter. So when I saw him at the Kotel, I said, I have to take him back. So I ran all the way to 15 minutes to the car. Got the car, went all the way to pick him up, take him back to the hotel because he showed me back then that I mattered in a personal way.